You know, right now, the livestock industry is wearing down, over time, wearing down all of our natural resources.
Clearly, when we eat processed foods and animal foods, we use an enormous amount of resources to get our calories. So pollution, agricultural runoff polluting rivers and oceans. And
the biggest use of water on the planet currently today is meat and dairy industries. We're chopping down the Amazon like never before to provide room to grow grass to feed cows or soy to feed cows, when we could be using that land to grow fruit trees to feed humans.
When we eat annual crops, when the soil is tilled every year, the mycelium body will be destroyed, and we need mycelium in the soil to create calcium in the soil.
Grains and two-dimensional crops just run along the ground, take up a lot more space to not produce much yield. Nothing lives there in those monoculture crops.
You know, the greater the demand, the greater the supply. It's economics. If everybody wants junk food, then that's what they're going to get.
Um, 29% of the fish kingdom is now extinct. And people think it's so healthy to eat fish. But you're also getting all the mercury, and you're also getting all of the chemicals that they take in by being in this polluted ocean. We really need to start looking at what's happening to the creatures of this planet.
A diet consisting of whole, fresh, ripe, raw, organic. That's right, you guessed it, fruits and vegetables.
Environmentally, it's the most responsible diet. If we plant fruit trees, we increase the amount of oxygen in the air, we decrease the amount of carbon dioxide, we also decrease nitrogenous pollutants. Mature fruit trees will take in a lot of nitrogenous pollutants every year. The roots of tree crops will hold the soil together, which is vital. It also creates a great environment for fungi or mycelium.
The way it is right now, we only have one world, and it just makes the most sense to me to take as good care as we can.
There's more trees on the planet? Yes, please.
Fruit can heal the world.
Fruit and things, vegetables that you can grow in your garden take very few resources for the amount of nutrients and calories you get from them.
We can get the most calories per acre by growing fruit orchards.
Growing trees is just a beautiful thing. And
I mean, you plant a tree once, I've walked under 100-year-old fig canopies that have just millions of figs for the eating. And I mean, if you go to the store and try to buy figs, it's like $5.99 a pound, but man, trees freely give their fruit, and if everybody planted a tree, especially in public places, I mean, we'd be feeding the world without all this BS going on in these days.
And ultimately, I think that if we can just get everybody enough fruit to eat, there will be a lot less motivation to be killing each other as much as we are, which would be, I think, a great place to start.
when we could have so much food that would just be free for everybody if we just planted fruit trees everywhere.
You eat a fruit and you throw the seed on the ground, you got a plant to help, clean up the air. So.
Well, food is as natural as the human body. I mean, you pick it on the tree and you eat it. No influence, no controlling. That's what it's all about. Not about controlling nature, because we're part of nature. We're supposed to play with it, love it, enjoy it, and it take care of us.
Because fruits are very sustainable. When you pick the fruits, they actually make the tree stronger. They usually produce better once you start to pick them, and you don't harm the tree by picking a fruit. You're not cutting the tree down to get the fruit, and yet the tree keeps producing food for you.
Fruit is a three-dimensional crop. It creates homes for birds and
acres, or even if you have half an acre or a quarter of an acre, even if you just have a rooftop in the city, you can grow some kind of fruit or some kind of food.
We've got to plant more fruit trees, and a lot of it's got to be communal type stuff because everyone can't afford their block of land, but ideally if you can subsist on quite a small area, less than an acre definitely.
I counted up my fruit trees and I'm amazed to find how many I've got on this section. This is a 1/4 acre section, which means it's about 1/8 of an acre once you remove the land taken up by the house. And I've got 61 fruit trees, plus a nut tree and several other non-edible trees. Plus I've got space for planting more.
It would be great to see every house in America with fruit trees in the yard.
More food for the whole population, healthy food, the healthiest food on the planet.
Fruit loves us back. I think that when we eat it, it is food that actually helps to heal our bodies and our minds and our spirits. And because the food is vibrant with life and energy, it makes us feel amazing. And it literally loves us back so that we love ourselves back, and then we can love the world.
Ideally, we've got to get more just of a fruit culture going.
And we just need to realize that our planet is going to be a lot healthier once we start eating fruit and vegetables as societies.
So simple plant-based is much more efficient, and that's got to help the earth.
Eat more fruits and vegetables so that your diet and lifestyle can contribute to a greener earth. Happier animals. And happier children and people all over the world. Because we all deserve to enjoy this life and this world in abundance and in joy.
People say that fruit's not sustainable because you have to plant lots of trees. And I'm like, you need to eat more fruit if you think that's a bad thing.